What's up guys, and welcome back to another episode of the Alolan DataDex with me, TheOneIntegral. In our last episode we covered Wishy-Washy, that tricky little fish Pokemon, and I gave you a choice between two Pokemon for today. There was Shinotic and Minior, and Minior came out on top, so that's who we're covering today, another especially interesting Pokemon. But in terms of next episode, of course, we have to decide on a Pokemon for that, and the choice is going to be between two Alolan forms we haven't covered yet, and those are Raticate and Exeggutor. So if you'd like to see the Dark Normal type Raticate, let me know by commenting Raticate down below, and if you'd like to see Exeggutor covered down below, or covered next episode rather, comment down below saying Exeggutor. Simple as that. But for now, let's jump in and have a look at Minior. So Minior is number 774 in the National Pokédex, is a rock flying type and the Meteor Pokemon. It's only 1 foot or 0.3 meters large, big, round, who knows, so not overly huge, and weighs 88.2 pounds or 40 kilograms, so a bit heavier there. It's in the Mineral Egg group and is a genderless Pokemon, and as well as that, does not evolve from or into any other Pokemon. Looking at its base stats, you can see it has a high defense and a high special defense, both being 100, and then basically mediocre on the rest of its stats, health points, attack, special attack and speed all being 60. However, its niche is in its ability, which is Shields Down, which means that when its health points become half or less, the shell breaks and it becomes more aggressive. Now we'll see what that means when we look at the core form. So Minior's core form is still a rock flying type, its height and its weight are still exactly the same, but there is a form change of course, and less than 50% health points as mentioned in the ability. It transforms from shields up to shields down or core form. What that means is its stats change, its attack and its special attack jump up to 100, and its speed jumps up to 120, which is really quite large. Its health points stay the same, but its defense and special defense drop to 60, so they basically flip over. It becomes offensive rather than defensive, and this can be quite good to utilize in some aspects, but generally you'll be doing the most damage when you're at low health. Who would have guessed? So the rock flying type isn't amazingly good, but it's not bad either. 5 resistances in normal, fire, flying, poison and bug. 5 weaknesses in water, electric, rock, ice and steel. 1 immunity, of course ground, and then neutral from the other 7 types. So nothing great, nothing bad, pretty standard. And of course in terms of stabs, not amazing, but Minior can make work of it. Move wise, we have a few level up moves and then a few TM moves. Level up wise, at level 24 it can learn Stealth Rock, so while you're in that shields up defensive form you can definitely take the opportunity of the higher defense to set up a Stealth Rock possibly if you need one on your team. But then you can go for offensive with, for example, at level 38 Power Gem. Rock type, so you get some stab on it. 80 base power, so not the highest, but it's also a special move, so if you're going for maybe a special Minior you can definitely run that, but it's an option if you don't want to go full out offensive or, you know, don't want to sacrifice accuracy for power. Then level 45 it can learn Shell Smash, of course it can, it's got a shell. Now Shell Smash of course lowers your defense and your special defense, but increases your attack, your special attack and your speed, so while you're sort of, you know, sitting in your shields form you could definitely get a Shell Smash off. Hope that your defense is still high enough at that point then to not kill you, and then when you go into your core form you have boosts on your special attack, your attack and of course your speed, and those are pretty big boosts. So next up we have a level 50, our last level move, which is Explosion. Now of course this is a 250 base power move, and because you know you have a very high speed and an attack stat when you have low health, it's basically your last ditch attempt to just do as much damage as possible when you're at low health, the last final sort of kick blow, and you can do a lot of damage with that, so it's a pretty good move to think about running. Then looking at the TMs, first we have TM26 Earthquake. For some reason Minior can learn Earthquake, I suppose if it hits the ground maybe, which is obviously a very good coverage move, definitely worth thinking about running that. Then TM62, so swapping the numbers over, we have Acrobatics. Now this could be like, oh, what the hell are you doing, why the hell are you running Acrobatics? Well, it's to do with one of the items you could have run on your set, so we'll look at that later on. But Acrobatics there, only 55 base power, but of course if you have no held item it jumps up to 110, and that's your stabbed as well, so definitely a move worth running. Then another rock type stab here, which is Stone Edge at level, or TM71 rather, 100 base power, only 80% accuracy, but of course it's a physical move as well, so alternative to Power Gem basically. And then TM89 we have U-turn, bit of pivot there, why not if you go in and realise you're against a water type who will probably just kill you in one hit, you want to U-turn out if possible. And then to accompany that level TM90, we have Substitute, which, okay, you're pretty defensive in your shields form. You can substitute up, maybe do some damage behind that substitute. Definitely something you can think about running. So what about the sets? Well, two sets. The first of them is all out offensive. The second one is more of a defensive build, so leaning more towards half and half almost, I suppose you could say. But we'll see as we get there. So the first set is going to have, in terms of moves, Shell Smash, Acrobatics, Power Gem or Stone Edge, and then Earthquake, Explosion or Substitute. Ability is Shields Down. Nature is Naive, however you could also run a Jolly one if you're not running Power Gem. Held item is a White Herb in this instance, and the EVs are maximum attack, 148 special attack. Of course, if you're not running Power Gem, you can just put them all in speed, and obviously you see the rest in speed there, but if you have some left over, probably health points, maybe defense, something like that, put them in there. So moves, what we got. Shell Smash is the main thing for this set. Okay, Shell Smash combined with White Herb. White Herb resolves your stat changes after you use it. So you use Shell Smash, you get +2 attack, +2 special attack, and +2 speed. And then you get your defense and special defense drops revoked, reverted, whatever you want to refer to that as. They go away. So you basically get those boosts for nothing apart from the loss of your White Herb. And then you have Acrobatics, which doubles in power thanks to your White Herb not being around anymore, and you get Stab on it, so 110 base power, stabbed up, +2 attack, +2 speed, doing a lot of damage. Then we have Power Gem or Stone Edge. It's the age-old question of accuracy versus power. Of course, if you're running Power Gem, you have to run at Naive Nature, really, and put some EVs in special attack, but it's more sort of, I guess, reliable than Stone Edge, and of course you can have +2 special attack, so Power Gem might just be enough on its own, I suppose, and there's no point having +2 attack if you can't hit your Stone Edge. So that's the idea of running Power Gem over Stone Edge, but you can run Stone Edge if you want to do as much damage as possible. There's just the opportunity that you might miss and do no damage at all, and that's useless. In terms of the last move, we have Earthquake, Explosion or Substitute. Earthquake is for coverage, obviously. Explosion is for that, you're low health, you can't really do much more. You're going to have one turn left. You may have +2 speed thanks to the Shell Smash and the White Herb, so you're definitely faster than the opponent, hopefully. And you can explode and do a lot of damage, hopefully nuke whoever's on the opposing side and just kill them. Whereas, Earthquake is coverage, and then Substitute is for that situation where you sub up. You can then Shell Smash once or twice behind the sub, and hope that it's an extra buffer, I suppose, for you not to drop into your core form. Ability is the only one available. Naive Nature is going to increase our speed while lowering our special defense. Of course, if you're running Stone Edge, you have a Jolly Nature instead. Held item is the White Herb for the Shell Smash, and then EVs we have a spread of maximum attack for all the damage there, and then some in special attack if we have Power Jam to boost that up quite a bit, or just all in speed, because once we have our Shell Smash we're going to be very fast. We don't care about our defense much really, as long as we can survive maybe one hit, and our core form, our shields form rather, provides that by default, so it's pretty good there. But yeah, speed just for all the power and all the speed. In terms of using it, Shell Smash is the way to go. You go and you Shell Smash, you start doing damage. If you're running an explosion, once your health points drops low, hopefully you're faster than the opponent and you can nuke them off with that explosion, really. So yeah, it's a pretty cool set, if I'm honest. We'll move on to the second one, which is more defensive, but still pretty offensive there. We have Stealth Rock, Stone Edge, Explosion, and U-Turn. A Shield Down again, Jolly Nature this time, Focus Sash is the held item, and then EVs, we have maximum attack and speed, and the rest in defense. So this one is not using Shell Smash, we're just going all out power from the get-go. Stealth Rock is for those turns maybe where you can't do much damage or you can predict a switch, so you get a free Stealth Rock up. Stone Edge is there for your main stab. Explosion is there for at the end when you focus Sash you can explode, so you can either predict them to be faster than you, one hit kill you down to the focus Sash, then you can explode and do a lot of damage, or you can maybe, if you're faster than them, if your focus sash hits you, you attack normally, your speed then rises, so then if your speed boost, thanks to your core form, makes you faster, you can get 2 attacks off in a row basically with a Stone Edge and then an explosion, do a lot of damage there, and U-turn is there in the option where you decide that actually, this probably isn't the best situation for me, so say, yeah, if they're a Greninja, they can one hit kill you, and they're faster or have a priority move, and your focus sash will be nullified then, so you might want to U-turn out in this instance. In terms of the rest of it, Jolly Nature to increase our speed as much as possible, focus sash is to allow us to survive a hit and get that explosion off, and EVs, we want the most power and the most speed as possible, with the last few in defense, because why not? In terms of using it, you go in, you Stealth Rock if you have a free turn basically, then you can play it either, they're going to want to kill me this turn, and then maybe they can outspeed me the next turn, so you explode, Or you can say they're going to want to kill me this turn, but I'm going to be faster than them anyway, so I can Stone Edge, and then I can explode, and then they're dead. So it's that sort of instance there, or U-turn if you're in a bad situation. So that's it for Minior, really. Of course, we have next week's episode, or next week's, or next episode's episode, Pokemon, to decide on either Alolan Raticate or Alolan Executor. Let me know what you'd like to see by commenting either Raticate or Executor, and the one with most votes will be covered in next episode. But for now, this is gonna be it for today, so I should be seeing you next time. Thank you for watching. Goodbye, my friends.